They had a perfect setup and they didn't use it. Brother, somebody should be fired. Generic intro into that goes. We're here back with another Nostalgia Critic kind of video. Today we're doing a Linkara video of Batman the official movie adaptation, which Nostalgia Critic's in. I've never seen a Batman movie ever, so this should be interesting. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright.
Hello and welcome.
Hello,
to
Linkara. I don't think I've ever watched one of his
Bird.
videos
Last
on his
year,
channel.
I took a look at the comic adaptation of the abysmal movie Batman and Robin. You might remember it because I killed the Bat credit card joke. And
wait, how did he kill
your
it?
critiques of it.
I've
But
never
he
seen a
still
Batman
have to
movie, by the
sign
way.
up for a Bat credit card and reveal his true identity. It's so traceable. No, he wouldn't. 1. Batman has a number of false identities. Dude's a genius and he could
Also, it
easily
could just be a
cover his
business credit
tracks.
card.
You think credit card fraud is beyond him? 2. As I said in that episode, shell companies.
Yeah.
Corporate credit cards are a thing. You could
I
just have it be
have one.
Batman Incorporated or something, and it would still work. Coincidentally, there is a comic called Batman Incorporated. One of the things I mentioned in that review is that I feel that in a weird way, the 4 Batman movies from 1989 to 1997 do have a character arc for Bruce Wayne throughout them. This may seem a bit at odds with the fact that the 2 Joel Schumacher films are so tonally different from the Tim Burton movies, but hey, the fact that we have recurring elements and actors throughout all 4 shows there is a connection between them. And of course, the best way to talk about this character arc is to talk about the movies. So let's dig into Batman, the official movie.
So what does Linkara do? Is he
adaptation.
just like Nostalgia Critic, or
Nostalgia Critic?
does he take things from a different angle?
Here? How did you even get in here?
I have my ways.
Gonna
Gonna go bug your roommate.
It's okay, you're the 3rd one this week. At least you're not from space.
You made me stand
Who are
in
the first
corner
2
for
and
months
why are they
after
from
you broke
space?
the back credit card joke!
Oh, please, it's not like you were gonna use that time for anything worthwhile.
I could have been doing more reviews!
Oh, yeah, I'm sure everyone was begging you for a clipless review of Captain America Civil War.
Oh,
Tell
such
me,
a
do you
good
remember
movie.
when you used to be nostalgic?
I'm sorry we can't all have your integrity, Mr. Bad Comic Reviewer. What did you cover these last 2 weeks? An anime and a puppet movie?
Look, what the hell are you doing here?
Do you know how many crossovers we've done? Superman 4, Alone in the Dark, Star Trek Insurrection.
I don't think I've seen all of them.
Oh, by the way,
Blood
lots
Rain.
of people have been asking us to do another Uwe Ball movie.
No.
Shut up! The point is, you keep getting in my way, interrupting my show to do these crossovers.
Well, it was Alone in the
So
Dark.
now, I'm gonna interrupt your review to do a crossover for a change.
Why the hell would I agree to that?
2 words. Ad revenue.
Yep.
So let's dig
Which is
into
really
Batman, the official
really
movie
terribly right now.
adaptation, and see how it compares
But also,
to the
sorry
film.
for no nostalgia videos the past couple weeks.
Shut up.
Life got crazy. Work, having to cover for people. Life's crazy this week because and then the trip happened for an entire week with Kirby. That's been planned for an entire week, a year. So, and I had to cover for somebody in the final days off I had before I was gone for an entire week. And then I got back, and I'm having to cover for somebody else. And it took 2 of my 3 days off there. So, hopefully this song is copyrighted. Hopefully this video doesn't have copyright issues in general. If it's blurred or muted or anything like that, that's because of copyright issues. Hope it doesn't, because I really do not have time to deal with that right now. But I'm just trying to get back on some kind of schedule. But doing so allowed me to find out that I'm better off not uploading YouTube videos. I get more views, more subscribers, more watch time, more ad revenue for not uploading videos on the main channel. Which just so much sense.
Give it! I hold the comic! I can't review it if I can't see it!
I don't own
describe it
any
for
comics.
You jerk! Okay. We'll both hold it. Fine.
Yoink.
This is awkward.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree. We'll just switch off.
Okay.
The cover is okay. A wraparound for the Prestige format book.
That sure is a bunch of words you just said.
I'm
Yep.
so glad I have you here to help me with this review. Featuring Batman on a parapet while the ghostly
On a
faces
what?
of the main characters haunt the sky, including himself as Bruce Wayne. Funny thing is, if you swing the camera over to the right, you'd see Nightcat hanging out with her 3 cats.
Maybe these aren't his ghostly sky faces, but the gargoyles. That
Eh,
looks
well.
like it's going through some issues. I also love how the Joker
Wait,
is
why is the
looking
gargoyle
right
doing that?
at the reader as he laughs. It's like he's saying, "You really paid $5 for this? Ha!
$5
There's also
back
a film
when?
strip on the back depicting panels of the comic, lest we forget the big letters on the top of the cover that tell us this is the official comic adaptation of the movie.
Gee, I don't know if I'll remember this is a movie adaptation by the time we hit the first page. There we go! Have
yep,
the
it's a
first
movie.
page be yet another film strip showing the opening scene of the movie.
In a
Also,
movie theater.
A huge crowd of people in the theater watching the movie! And again, maybe they're all actually looking at the film strip exploding into the theater and they're all too high on whatever turned them blue.
What's happening in the film strip is a family exiting out of a theater trying to get somewhere but unable to hail a cab. And hey, unlike the movie, it doesn't feature what is presumably
that
a
Bruce's
prostitute
parents?
hitting on the little kid.
Turn the page, and immediately the father is knocked out unconscious by
Wait.
a robber. The robber and his
His
partner
family-
run off
his
with the
parents were
father's
rich.
bullet, warning them to not scream. Later, they're examining what they stole.
Were they like
Right,
super
American
rich
Express.
before they died?
Don't leave home without it. That's the way to do product placement. It's so good that criminals will beat you up to get their hands on it.
This movie's just jealous that American Express was endorsed by Superman and Jerry Seinfeld.
I've forgotten my wallet.
I can't carry money in this. I'm powerless. I'm not.
One of the crooks wants them
I don't know
to
what
leave,
card that
having
was,
heard
but these
rumors
are
about fellow criminals
all
having
three
been attacked
variations of
by
the gold
the
card.
Bat. The Bat? Give me a break.
These
There
aren't good
ain't
anymore.
No Bat. There is, however, a guy eating a lot of Pringles based on these sound effects.
Upon hearing the footsteps, the two run off. Right into Batman. Man, nice job, guys. You hear something suspicious and you
So
run
you-
towards it.
Batman knocks one out, cutting out the bit from the film where he appears to be immune to bullets, and hangs the other over the edge of the roof. Don't kill me! Don't kill me! You're trespassing,
Also-
rat breath.
Turns out Batman's just a security guard with a goofy uniform.
Is he holding the guy
Trespassing,
off the
you
edge of
don't
the
know
bridge
the
or
night.
the
He's
building
He's right, you know.
by his
Lovers
clothes?
own a strict intellectual property grip on the night.
Like, how strong do the clothes have to be? Do they not rip suspending a person?
I am the night!
Jesus, how'd you get that on so fast?
I'm Batman.
You're a weirdo. Speaking
I'm
of
Batman.
weirdos, the guy goes from "Don't kill me" to "You don't own the night." Guy's got balls. Anyone threatening to drop me from a tall building dressed like that can own whatever the hell he wants. I ain't gonna debate.
We cut to gangster Jack Napier watching an announcement on TV about the new district attorney, Harvey Dent, starting a war on crime through Jack's boss, Carl
I mean,
Grissom.
they
Jack
should
is having
have
an
a war
affair
on
with
crime.
Grissom's wife, Alicia. You look fine. I didn't ask.
It's the warm compassion that attracts her to him.
Uh-huh.
Over to the robbers, they're being wheeled away in an ambulance as a reporter, named Knox, comes to ask the police about sightings of a dark figure in the shape of a bat.
Knox was invented for
I'm
the
Batman.
movie, originally even supposed to die in it, but the producers loved the character so much they decided to make him live. He's actually quite likable as a smarmy, snarky, put-upon character, and I'm surprised that he hasn't made the leap over to comics before. Maybe a rights issue? I don't know.
Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot
Also,
bat
this
in
channel
Gotham
should
City?
start getting
If
more
so,
videos
is he
on it.
on the police payroll? If so, what's he pulling down after taxes?
If he has health
That's
insurance,
okay.
does he go to a veterinarian? The officer he was talking to, Eckhart, slips into an alleyway to talk with Jack Napier. In the movie, it's to get a payoff. Here, he's just randomly taking a walk. Jack implies Eckhart better respect him because of what could happen in the future. You mean when
What?
you run the
What do you mean
show,
the future?
you got no future, Jack. You're an A1 nut boy and Grissom knows it.
I think of myself more craft original nut boy than A1. After the two separate, Eckhart wonders aloud about
I tried
where you've
A1
been
steak sauce.
spending your
Absolutely
nonsense.
not.
Handsome.
Oh, that's cute. He's got a crush on him. Over to
Like,
the
I
Gotham
was,
Globe, Knox has
like,
a visitor. Hey,
I've
Knox,
never used steak
someone to
sauce,
see
ever.
you. Someone.
Yeah.
One someone.
It's Vicky
I eat my
Vale,
steak
a
with
photographer who
nothing
wants to
on
help
it.
Knox on the Batman story.
Including Vicky is fine in the story. She's an established Batman character and all. The problem is, as much as I like Knox, it kind of makes Knox superfluous in the story. You could have just made Vicky the reporter and really changed nothing aside from their banter. And it's good banter, but Knox doesn't actually do anything in the story after this.
No one believes Knox's Batman story, so they need to get some proof. Hoping to confront
I want
Commissioner
pictures of
Gordon
Spider-Man.
at a benefit party Bruce Wayne is holding.
There's a minor edit in the next scene where Grissom wants Jack Napier to destroy the record books at Axis Chemicals so they can't be connected back to them.
Yeah, they leave
Why
out
keep
Grissom
records
calling him
anyway?
his #1 guy. So we don't have the callback to it later. Also, this.
Don't forget. Your lucky deck.
Thanks.
Yeah, what was the
However,
point of
Grissom
that?
knows about the affair, so decides to tip off Eckhart about the break-in, so Jack will be killed.
At Bruce Wayne's party, the two reporters aren't able to get anything out of Gordon, who encourages them to go look at Bruce Wayne's weapon collection. For some reason.
How can you do that?
Go look at his deadly bee weapon.
Bees. My God.
It's here where they meet Bruce Wayne, and Vicky seems a bit charmed by him. But Bruce is
How are
called
they just
away
gonna
by
check out
Alfred
his
because
weapons?
of Commissioner Gordon's own sudden departure. In the Batcave,
I mean, if
Bruce
he doesn't have
sees a
an
taped
NFA item,
conversation
they
of a
can't
police
have
officer
a
talking
warrant.
to Gordon and informing him of the raid on Axis.
At Axis Chemicals, the office records have already been cleaned out, and they spot the police in the parking lot. Eckhart even tells the police to shoot to kill. Which is why, when the police come in, they yell at the gangsters to freeze.
Instead of...
Again, it is Eckhart we're talking about. They probably have learned to ignore what he says, especially when he keeps calling everybody handsome.
Commissioner Gordon arrives and takes charge. I want him taken alive! I repeat,
That's not
any
shoot to
man
kill.
who opens fire on Jack Napier will answer to me.
What
I
if
just
he
want
doesn't?
Jack Napier to hear that while we are not going to shoot at him, he's
could-
free
yeah,
to shoot
exactly.
at us.
Man, I
would
really
never
hope
do that.
police radios are invented soon. This is kind of awkward. Batman arrives and begins dealing with the other criminals, even being spotted by the cops now. Jack, seeing Eckhart down below, shoots him. Eckhart, think about the future.
But I got no future, Jack. Batman reaches Jack,
A1.
who shoots him, but the bullet just deflects
At that
off his
angle,
cape.
that makes no
Batman's
sense.
cape is so bulletproof it can make bullets just bounce off it?
Yeah,
Jeez,
not how that works.
Instead of learning all the martial arts, he should just ball up and let everyone shoot themselves
Like an
with the
armadillo.
ricochets. Anyway, the bullet bounces
Armadillo
back and hits
man.
Jack across the face, causing him to fall off the scaffolding into a vat of chemicals.
However, after Batman flees the police, we see a hand emerging from the chemical plant's sewer runoff. Jack Napier is the Toxic Avenger.
Later, Bruce
Wait,
and Vicky are
isn't
having
that,
dinner
like,
in his
Joker's
comically
story?
large dining room where, of course, the dining room table means they're sitting really far apart. My question is, why did it take them so long to notice that? Also, Vicky asked Bruce to pass the salt, and an entire
From how
panel
far?
is devoted to a close-up of Bruce's face saying, "Sure."
While holding the salt.
Anyone
Why?
making the comic notice that was weird.
She asks him if he likes eating here. You know, I don't think I've even seen this room before.
Oh, that's a
Most
flex.
of us that just order pizza and veg out in front of the TV. I'm not very interesting.
The two walk off, presumably to his bedroom, and Vicky makes the observation that the house and all the stuff in it don't seem like him. It's part of the character arc thing I described. The first movie establishes this Bruce Wayne as someone disconnected from his own life as Bruce Wayne. He doesn't eat in his own dining room. He didn't attend the announcement of Harvey Dent as DA, trouble sleeping, etc. It's fairly obvious stuff in this first installment, but as Knox would later say in the movie, what do you think seeing your parents murdered right in front of you does to a person? Fills
A
one
kid.
up with anger and makes you reject
Not even
regular
as an
life
adult, but as
and
a
all its
kid.
trappings in favor of one you create, where some muggers who attack a helpless family won't get away with their crimes? Honestly, it's more surprising that Batman didn't murder those two at the beginning, given how this version of Batman is more willing to kill. Still, the developments there I'll get into when I cover Batman Returns and Batman Forever, and...
Yeah, where'd he go? Where'd
Greg,
Doug go?
where the hell are you?
So for the sketch, I was thinking something like Walter White in Star Trek? I don't know, something
What?
like that. We'll work into Batman somehow.
What are you talking about?
For the skit part of the episode.
They don't do those.
I don't do skits in my show.
Sure you do. They're at the end of your videos all the time. You
The
fight
Vincent Warehouse
robots
hanger.
with Power Rangers crap.
Dude, those aren't skits. That actually happens to me.
What?
I am regularly attacked by mad scientists, my own doppelgangers, and monster gods from other dimensions. I live in fear that my next review will be my last because forces far more evil and far more powerful than I am have a personal grudge against me. I was possessed by a Lovecraftian deity for years, and only recently have my friends been able to free me, and we are currently in the middle of implementing a plan that will hopefully stop it before it devours us all.
Oh.
So you go through incredibly harsh and traumatic events and put them at the end of your review show?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're reenacting them?
There are cameras all over the place. Pollo edits
Oh.
them in.
I
Poyo.
don't think I would do something like that.
Really? Then how do you explain those?
Ah.
Perhaps we should get back into the review.
Walter White in Star Trek?
He's bald, I'm bald, Picard is bald, it makes sense!
Vicky
Okay.
and Bruce kiss.
With lightning striking
I've
behind
never seen
them.
Star Trek, Star
Jeez,
Wars,
then
Breaking
guess I just got a
Bad,
big downvote from
Better
God.
Call Saul.
Jack goes
any
to
of
a
that.
plastic surgeon to repair the damage the chemicals did to him, but of course the doctor who operated on him can only do so much, and he starts laughing at himself in the mirror. And we see the Joker's face here.
So this is where they reveal the Joker's face? Well,
Like that?
Okay, that's fine as long as they don't have the big reveal in front of Grissom. And we cut to the big reveal in front of Grissom. What the hell was the point of that? There's no point in filling up the whole panel with his face now. We just saw what he looked like. Well, technically we also saw it on the front of the cover, so I guess spoilers.
And you've probably seen the movie, I would imagine.
Set him up and shoots him a few
I mean,
times.
this for people that don't like movies.
Blood all over a newspaper.
Which does anybody prefer comics over movies?
Kool-Aid all over the newspaper. That's some very pink blood.
Maybe Grissom was secretly a Klingon. Winged freak terrorizes Gotham gangland. Watch it, Batman. Wait till they get a load of me.
I'll look great in wings.
We cut over to the Globe. Wait, does Knox work for more than one newspaper? Bruce said he liked Knox's work in the Gazette, but he's at the Globe now? In any case, because we cut out some scenes from the movie, like Bruce inexplicably hanging upside down while sleeping and him lying about what he was doing to Vicky, now just have her pulling out Bruce's file at the Globe for no reason.
Why does he have a file? I guess if he was a billionaire in the area, they would have a file on him.
Nothing. Where's he get his money? What's he do all day?
His businesses.
Who is he? Does Wayne Enterprises not exist?
Yeah, like, what? Everybody knows that he's rich.
He just gets his money from being Batman?
Dude, merchandising! Did you see how much money this movie made? She follows Bruce as he lays down flowers for his parents at Crime Alley. Another cutscene is
Crime
the
Alley is
control over the other
called
gangs
that?
in Gotham, murdering one who refuses to play ball. As such, we just cut to a press conference of one of those crime bosses assuming control over Grissom's business interests, claiming that Grissom asked him to before he took a long vacation.
The Joker is there too and confirms the story. It's true. He raised his dead hand and signed the paper in his own blood. His own pink blood.
He kills the criminal with a feather to the neck, his goons dressed up like mimes and shooting into the crowd. Bruce says
with Tommy guns.
It's him. Though the comic doesn't explain if he's referring to the Joker being Napier or being his parents' killer. In any event, later a press conference for the mayor ends up being about Batman, which pisses the Joker off something fierce.
Instead of talking about what the Joker just did.
Can somebody please tell me what kind of a world we live in where a man dressed as a bat gets my airtime? The irritated cry of every other DC hero.
In the comic version,
I think I've seen 4 DC movies.
Bob
first one being Green Lantern.
Around to see if he knows anything about Batman.
Then I think second might have been
photo of
Suicide
Vicky
Squad.
Vale, possibly the only
The first
real
one.
contributing aspect of the story. The Joker just sees Vicky on the
What was the other
TV
one?
being interviewed for what happened in the street and falls for her that way.
Another changed aspect was Grissom's wife. In the movie,
I
she
saw
was
the
tortured
Joker.
by the Joker in the name of his art
first one,
until she
Joaquin
was eventually
Phoenix.
driven to suicide. And in this version, the Joker just writes her off as going out the window. Was it suicide? Did he throw her out? Who the hell knows? She's gone from the story now.
The first part of the Joker's plan is revealed as a news report airs about mysterious deaths while laughing, when even one of the news anchors starts laughing and falls over dead. The broadcast is interrupted
because of the
by
whole
the
laughing
Joker
thing that
revealing
he does.
some sort of product responsible for this. Where can you buy these fine new items? Well, that's the deal, folks. Chances are, you've bought them already.
You're not fully dead until you're zestfully dead.
Herbal
Zest.
essences, yes! Yes! I'm dying, yes!
Vicky goes to a museum to meet Bruce for dinner. Only when Bruce gets a message she'll be late, he realizes he never made any date. She receives a present, a gas mask with a note on it. Dear V. Vale, put this on right now.
Is that a
Place
threat?
Under your lapel?
The entire room is gassed, leaving only Vicky alive. We are sadly spared the montage of the Joker entering and playing a Prince song while defacing a bunch of art. The Nicholson version of the Joker is all about being an artist, which is a bit odd, not in the interpretation of the character, but rather that it seems to come out of nowhere since it's not like Jack Napier was interested in art at all before he became the Joker. Still, as he tells it to Vicky, he's the world's first fully functioning homicidal artist. Which admittedly makes him harder to work with when it comes to honest criticism.
Vicky asks him what he wants. My face and the $1 bill. In the movie, this is just a bit of an odd aside, but in the comic, this is foreshadowing.
Does he spend a lot of time in strip clubs? Does he just want to be like,
Vicky,
hey, that's
away
me?
From the Joker with a grappling gun. Those toys. Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Oh god, they're gonna make.
So I was gonna make a joke about this being part of a toy commercial, but I actually looked up the toy commercials at the time. None of them used that line. The closest we get is a kid saying, "Where does he get those weapons?" It's like, no.
They head out into the front of the museum.
They
and
had
the
a perfect setup, and they didn't use
Joker's
it.
goons don't follow.
Brother, somebody
Miss
should be
out on the
fired.
entire fight scene between Batman and the goons. What the hell? In this, we don't even get to hear Bob the henchman tell the others to check his wallet. This is a kidnapping. Looks like it.
Looks more like he rescued you from the homicidal maniac, but whatever. Less defensible is that he brings her to the Batcave, except he does so for no real reason this time. In the movie, it's because she took photos of him and he's trying to maintain the idea of being an urban legend and have no real proof of his existence.
So, yeah, in this case, it's a kidnapping. Anyway, he explains what products the Joker is using to poison people and which combinations of products will kill you. He wants her to give that info to the press. Why did you bring me here? You could have sent that information. You're right. I could have.
Well, do you really trust to send it?
And he grabs her! Bad touch, Batman! Bad touch!
And then he gasses her. I'm sorry, I was wrong to bring you here. Look, sorry, I'm no good with women. I just wanted to try to impress you with all my cool stuff.
Trying to flex.
Can I get the nicer Batman mask?
No. After the press announces what products are safe and which to avoid, Bruce goes to see Vicky, who's pissed at him because they haven't spoken in a while. We've skipped the part
Yeah,
where
that sounds
Alfred
about right.
encourages Bruce to tell Vicky the truth.
How long is
so
a
now
while?
He's just showing up
It's like
out
a
of the
day,
blue to
2
tell her
days?
he's Batman. However, before he can get around to admitting that, the Joker shows up. Vicky's popular today.
Bruce tries to go with the Joker into a direct physical fight, but the villain says something to him. You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
And with that, Bruce and the Joker bond over their favorite Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode.
He
What?
shoots Bruce and leaves, evidently satisfied with whatever he came there to do. Vicky runs back.
You're trying to tell me Bruce Wayne doesn't
but
rock
he's gone,
soft
having
body
stopped
armor
the
under
bullet
his...
by slipping a metal tray under his shirt. Although it wasn't to protect himself, Bruce is just a
What kind of-
kleptomaniac.
Vicky
What
and Knox
metal-
look up the
it-
info about Bruce's parents being killed, and she starts
Waiting for
putting
the
things
head.
together about him.
Especially
Speaking of the dead
considering
parents,
presidents
Bruce looks
wear
back at the
bulletproof
file he has about it and
suits,
flashes back
so
to
Bruce
it.
Wayne could
Two
as
robbers
well.
who came up to them, one in particular grabbing his mother's pearls.
Mother Wayne looks weirdly disinterested when her pearls are taken.
Oh, you probably got a whole drawer full of them.
Well, yes, I do.
The two parents are shot with the shooter, a younger Jack Napier, asking the question to him. You ever dance with the devil by the pale moon?
That's a weird thing to say after
Jack
killing
Napier,
somebody.
huge King Harvest fan.
The flashback is interrupted by Vicky arriving in the cave, Alfred having let her in. Is this what you were going to tell me at the apartment when the Joker came? You're him, aren't you? The Batman.
No.
Asking him in the Batcave if he's Batman is a
He could just work with him.
stupid.
Hey, hang on now, it could still be Alfred.
Yes, I admit it. I am Batman.
I've loved you every night since I met you, but I don't know if I can love you dead.
So, your release open to it?
Is she gonna die or he gonna die?
I wear a cape. You take pictures. It's not a perfect world.
Caped people are not allowed to date photographers.
As star-crossed as Jedi and senators.
With Vicky saying
Okay.
she's just wanting to know if they're going to try to love each other, Bruce has no answer other than he has to go deal with the Joker. As such, he suits up and heads to Axis Chemicals, blowing the whole place up and killing a lot of people with a fwackwam.
First time I've seen an explosion go fwackwam. However, the
That'll be
Joker
fine.
wasn't at the plant, flying overhead in a helicopter. He calls down to Batman, the place where my life as the Joker started. But you're down there, and I'm up here.
I'm up here and you're down there.
I'm going to the Gotham
Wait, was that-
Bicentennial Festival.
Was
You
it actually in
really ought to
Pokemon?
show
I know
up.
that was in the
They
abridged.
haven't really established anything about Gotham's bicentennial celebration or how the Joker hijacked it because it was so in debt. This comes right the hell out of nowhere in the story.
The Joker leads a bunch of parade floats through the streets. Man, we aren't equipped to handle this!
The cops aren't prepared to handle balloons? No wonder Gotham is so crime-ridden. I mean, how can you not handle balloons?
Oh no. Get it. Okay. That's fine.
Is that stock footage gonna kill us? The Joker releases money into the streets, but as foreshadowed, they're all dollar bills with his
Which-
face on them. The balloons are
I
filled
don't
with a
think
gaseous
work is
form of his
currency.
poison, and he's using the money to distract people while he murders them all.
Fortunately, Batman flies in to steal the balloons away, much to the Joker's anger. Something about the way he's waving his
My
fists
balloons?
cracks me up. I just want him to start yelling about
Them Duke boys! They also cut
They're
down
never
the joke
doing
of
no
him
harm.
shooting Bob the henchman so that he just randomly shoots him in the middle of his rant. The Batplane swings back around, but
What
Joker
is the
pulls out
barrel
a
on
gun
that?
with a massive barrel.
It's an 88 Magnum.
The gun shoots down the
I don't think it's an actual
explosive
thing.
shell. I'm hit. I'm going down. Alfred, if you don't see
Explosive
me again,
shell?
look
Explosive
for me in
bullets
Italy.
is...
Vicky, having entered the
Aren't those
area
against
with
the
Knox,
Geneva Convention?
who has now completely vanished from the story, goes over to the plane wreck to try to find Batman. But the Joker gets to her first. He summons his helicopter to come pick him up at the top of Gotham City Cathedral.
Despite the massive flaming wreck,
Cool.
Bats is really no worse for wear and climbs out. Yeah, just walk off that fiery plane crash. Well, I tell a lie. He stumbles a bit, but still manages to get his second wind as he chases after Vicky and the Joker. It's a huge one, too, and no elevator.
Oh my god, so many stairs. I'd like to find whoever invented the stairs and push him down these stairs just to show him what stupid stairs are.
Okay, you get abridged.
Joker uses some
I
acid
thought,
to force the
yeah,
cathedral's
kinda.
bell to drop.
I've reacted to that. It's on the other
The
channel.
stairs
There's a
beneath
playlist
Batman,
for it.
keeping the police from climbing after them. Man, Quasimodo's gonna be pissed.
Batman reaches the top and deals with the Joker's remaining
Hunchback
letting
of
it end
Notre
with him and
Dame,
the Joker.
I believe?
He repeats the Joker's line about dancing with the devil, but in the comic punches him before finishing.
Never start with the head. The victim gets all fuzzy.
After the two exclaim they made the other, the Joker puts on a pair of glasses. You wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you?
Why not? He
I've
and
heard
I
that.
hit each other all the time.
Yeah.
The Joker pulls
I got
both
hit
Batman
more
and
when I
Vicky
had
over the edge of
glasses.
the roof, the two just barely managing to hold on. His helicopter arrives as the two manage to pull themselves up to a parapet. However, Batman's not through with the Joker. What's that? Suppose the media would label it a batarang.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what it's called.
Why did you think they would call it that? Have they been nicknaming everything else you have up to this point? He snags the Batarang
He doesn't
around
have a
the
name
Joker's
for his own
leg
gadgets?
and attaches the end of it to a stone gargoyle, which gets pulled off the roof with him, along with crumbling the roof under Vicky and Batman. The added weight makes
cool.
the Joker fall to his death. And
Except
to
he
their
doesn't.
credit, the artwork of them falling is pretty good. Batman and Vicky swing into the cathedral as the police examine the Joker's body, which still seems to be laughing. They find a box on him that is causing the laughter. I knew it. The Joker was a phony the whole time. He never laughed for himself!
They also somehow find Batman's body too?
But he's
no,
fine.
It's just a deleted scene from the movie where
Or
Knox
does he
is
fake his
wrapped up
death?
in the cape and cowl for some reason. How did Bruce find Knox? How did he even get down there without anyone noticing to grab the body and then strip off said cape and cowl? Why is he leaving the cape and cowl with them since it can be examined for evidence of who he is? This is compounded by a shot of Bruce half-dressed running away. Sure, the scene was rightfully deleted from the movie, but it makes one question. Why was it ever made to begin with?
Soon enough,
That's also
Gordon
true.
has to announce to the world that indeed Knox isn't Batman. Man, this is gonna feed conspiracy
I
theories
guess
for
it's just to
years.
mislead
Gordon
people.
also got a letter from Batman announcing that he'd be there for Gotham if they ever need him. And how do they call him? With the bat signal, of course. Except it's projected on a building instead
of in the
clouds.
air.
So the people in that
What do they do
tower
if it's not
are
cloudy?
A little pissed off.
Vicky starts walking away from Knox.
I guess it doesn't
Vicky,
necessarily
are you
have to be
covering this
clouds.
press conference? No, I'm gonna disappear for a while. They wrote me out of the second movie, so yeah, you're not gonna see me for a while. And so our comic ends with Alfred letting Vicky into Bruce's car, telling her that Bruce might be a bit late.
In the movie, she said she wasn't surprised, but here she looks kind of pissed while she says it.
He's
I'm not
Batman.
surprised. That bum-ass jerk is never on time. Yeah, that's right. Tell the media it's called a batarang, you jackass.
And of course, there's Batman.
Also, I think it's the first time I done a video
swinging
that
off her
was
final
about a
page.
comic
Where's he
book.
flying to? Does he actually think there's an emergency? And that was Batman, the official movie adaptation.
This comic is
Nice.
okay, but it suffers from the same problems a lot of movie-to-comic adaptations do. It is, for the most part, perfectly serviceable. The artwork is pretty solid by comic legend Jerry Ordway that captures all the actors' likenesses
The
perfectly.
fact that
But
this is
of
all
course,
drawn
like
is
most
also
other
nuts.
adaptations, it cuts out things that are kind of important. It doesn't ruin the whole story, but it creates larger plot holes by their absence. As it is, it manages to get the whole story out in the equivalent of 3 issues, but it feels like this one is one where an extra few pages would have helped fix some of the issues.
As someone who doesn't really read comics or review them regularly, this
I
seemed
don't own a
okay.
comic. I think my dad
Still,
has
in the
one
end,
Batman
just stick to
comic.
the movie.
I think
a bit
it's
goofy,
or
a
no,
bit dated,
it's a Superman
but
comic.
It's got the right
I think it's one when
atmosphere for a
Superman
Batman
dies.
movie, and the acting is great, knowing how to be
I
over
think
the
I've
top
seen
at the
it.
right times and when to be subdued.
Next time,
like
we
has
start 3
a flag.
Patreon-sponsored reviews of comics, no less. First up, the first
it
2
has, like,
issues of Ultimate Iron Man
Superman's
Volume
cape on
1.
a flagpole or something like that on rubble.
Remember it, so you don't have to.
I'm Linkara.
Like
I don't have an end-of-episode catchphrase.
Oh, really? How?
Credits now.
I've had one of those for forever. I also have the intro and everything, which some people like, according to his... Wait, his last name is Lovehog? Okay. Okay, please no copyrighted music. Please no copyrighted music. Please no Yeah, I'm gonna mute this. Maybe I won't, because that does... If it's muted, that's why. I don't know if it's going to be. It might be quiet. I've never done a Linkara video. Atop the fourth wall. The Dark Knight, New Batman Adventures, Pokemon Bridged, yep. The Simpsons, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, wait, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, not the same thing. I just watched them at the same time when I was a kid. Close the joke, maybe would work as a stinger, but as... What? Oh, okay. Oh, is there some... Okay. There's no skit or anything. That's actually a pretty decent little outro card thing.
Bob? Gun.
Gun. Shoots him. Yeah. Nice. Oh, okay. Now we have this. Okay, well that was the official movie adaptation. Did not know this was going to be a comic book. Nothing about this actually says that it would be a comic book, but Nostalgia Critic was in it. Like I said, sorry, there has been a Nostalgia video in a little bit. There should also hopefully be... God, I was just thinking about, I should do probably another kill count. But like I said, I was basically had no choice as to not upload videos. And this week is also crazy because they're taking away my days off because I'm the cover for somebody else. So this week is also going to be a little bit weird. I think this next coming up week, things should be back to normal. Except there's going to be more videos that are on this channel instead of the main channel. Probably going to have to move some videos off the main channel to channel as YouTube. I'm going to try to upload maybe 2 or 3 videos on the main channel a week to see if that helps things. But I get more views for not uploading or uploading new videos. So why would I upload new videos on the main channel if I get less views per day? Like, it more than doubled. It more than doubled my daily views to not upload videos. My old videos get pushed and get views, and also I gain subscribers, whereas when I was uploading videos every day, I was losing subscribers. Like, my net subscriber count was going down. Like the past couple weeks. For the first time, like, ever in the channel's history, I was losing more subscribers than I was gaining. And views were down, watch time was down, ad revenue was down, impressions were down, and then I stop uploading, and impressions go up, everything goes up across the board. Like, 2 days after I stopped, I missed an upload. Like, 2 days after I skipped, or was forced to not upload a video, it skyrockets up. I don't know, but it's a good thing I have this channel. So if you're a patron, things should be completely normal for you here soon. But if you're on this channel, welcome. Things should get back to normal here really soon, hopefully. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, but until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing as soldiers, making swords.